Device itself?
This is the story of a half-hearted investigation.
Go right ahead.
Thank you.
It wasn't half-hearted by the officers in this video. They were very thorough. But another investigator wasn't even curious enough to look for this video.
That's the device itself?
Yeah.
Okay.
I want my money back.
Which left Bev Thompson stuck.
Makes you want to bang your head against the wall.
Yeah, as you can tell, I'm anxious just talking about it.
Bev says she only uses her ATM card a few times a month at an ATM inside a Walgreens up the road in Thornton. Around New Year's this year, Bev noticed something strange on her bank statement.
Noticed that there was $100 taken out.
There were 4 ATM withdrawals Bev never made the week of Christmas last year, totaling $420, all at ATMs inside other Walgreens locations.
I noticed it, and it was like, I got on the phone immediately. What can I do?
GoToBank immediately launched an investigation, but a month later,
They said that it wasn't fraudulent.
the bank set back a long report detailing their decision. A report Steve on Your Side found has a few holes in it.
They started the thing about the chip thing. I don't understand all that stuff. And somebody had your card. I said, nobody had my card. No, nobody else could have done this.
The bank told Bev since her ATM card has a chip, it can't be duplicated. A quick Google search tells you a chip card can indeed be duplicated through a process called shimming, a new device installed on card readers that can duplicate a chip. Then there was the map. Oh, the map.
They've got these places. Well, they're within 10 minutes of your house. No, they're not.
GoToBank told Bev the transactions weren't fraudulent because they happened within the geolocation of the cardholder with a travel time of 13 minutes from her address and included a screenshot of a Google map with driving directions plugged in. Problem is that map is not Bev's address.
No, and I don't live in Denver.
Bev lives near 84th and I-25. GoToBank appears just typed in Denver, Colorado as the starting point and Lakewood, Colorado as the end.
Does it feel like they did a complete investigation into
No,
this?
absolutely not.
Banks are trying to protect your money. You're trying to protect your money in many different ways. At the same time, I think there's been an increased amount of fraud that banks are dealing with.
Mark Fetterhoff works in fraud prevention with the AARP. He says Bev did exactly what any consumer should do. She contacted her bank right away, filed a police report, she documented conversations she had, and most importantly, she kept fighting when the bank said no.
I think it's really important to stay adamant about the situation. If you know you're not at fault, especially, continue to file disputes with the bank.
Bev kept reopening that fraud claim with new evidence.
Walgreens said, yeah, we had a problem. Somebody put a skimmer in there.
Even after she provided contact information for the manager at that store, the bank ignored it.
Does it feel like they're listening to any of this?
No.
At her wit's end, nearly a year later, she called Steve on Your Side, which brings us back to that video.
I saw them, they seemed suspicious.
See, Steve on Your Side called Thornton Police to ask about Bev's police report. We also asked about any calls for service involving that lone Walgreens ATM Bev uses. And voila, another police report from the week of those fraudulent transactions when a clerk called the cops after she saw 2 guys taking something off the ATM.
Looks like they took one off and put a new one on.
A records request and $15 later, we had video that shows something up with that ATM where Bev swiped her card.
I did get a call on Friday from a customer saying his card was used at the ATM, but he was at home sleeping.
When we sent that information to GoToBank, they told us they'd look into it. 2 days later, nearly a year since this all started, Bev got a call that all the money was getting refunded.
To other people, $400 may not be much, but to me, that's a lot of money. It's a lot of money.
If you think you've been a victim of fraud like this, you need to act quickly and make sure that you've documented everything. You have 60 days to notify your bank if you notice an unauthorized transaction on your account. And if your bank decides against you, they have to provide the documentation used to make their decision. If you're having a consumer problem you just can't seem to solve, send me an email. I'm Steve Steger, Steve on Your Side, 9 News.